Start out in child's pose, knees wide, feet together. Breath in, breath out. And your Monday morning intention for practice here, identifying what you want to work towards. What's going to bring you into the week here today? You can continue to breathe right here. Sometimes first thing in the morning, that's what I need to do. But if you want to find a little bit more movement, taking hips over to the right, fingers go left. I like to bring my chin into my chest a little bit more, getting a little bit more stretch. I want fingers over to the right, hips go to the left. Again, finding that just a little bit more stretch. Going up into quadruped, hands below shoulders, knees below hips. Wiggles of your neck here. Inhale, find your cow pose. Exhale, find your cat. Inhale, find cow. And exhale, find cat. And this third time through, finding a few more static holds with this. So inhale, find your cow pose. Squeeze shoulder blades together and just continue breathing here. If you want to take some neck movements, that's okay. Looking at one shoulder, looking at the other. If there's hip movements you'd like to take, breath in. Exhale, tuck tail, find your cat. And same thing, we'll take about 3 breaths. If you want to shimmy your hips left and right, gaze and look at one armpit, gaze and look at the other. Sometimes we start with these sustained holds, but sometimes they're more effective if we've gotten a little movement in first. Neutral spine here. Let's take right arm high, opening up to the side, circle with the wrists, arms go back, arms go forward, just one arm, right arm, breath in. Exhale, thread the needle. Taking left arm forward, breath in, exhale, push down with palm of left hand, back of right arm. Another breath in. And a breath out. Glide your left hand next to your nose. Inhale, taking right arm high. We place it down to the ground. Left arm comes high, opening to the side. Circles up the wrist, circles up the shoulder. Taking left arm high, breath in. Exhale, we thread the needle. Inhale, taking left arm high. Exhale, let's thread the needle again. That got cheated there. Let's hang out on the ground for a second, taking right palm forward, breath in. Exhale, push down with palm of right hand, back of left arm. And when you're feeling ready for it, right hand comes next to your nose, left arm comes high. 10 fingers down to the ground, turning on abdominals with the hovering tabletop here. Pulling belly tight, tight into your spine. Inhale. And you're feeling ready to move into your downward facing dog, taking hips high and pedaling out 1 foot at a time, staying a little bit quadrupedish, a little bit almost plankish for a moment here. Just getting length in through your legs and then lifting hips into your down dog. Maybe push the back of your head into your right biceps if that feels good in your body. And then pushing the back of the left back of the head. Moving into full down dog, coming up on tippy toes. Your weight will go towards your hands. And then push belly button towards thighs. Bringing hips way high, heels, then come down to the ground and find your stretch. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Make your way top of mat, maybe a crisscross walk. Finding yourself in forward fold. Deep bend in your knees, letting your belly flop on your thighs. Take torso over to the left and torso over to the right. If you've got arm on top of elbow, switch your grip. Take torso left and take torso right. If arm on top of elbow is there, go ahead and release that. Fingers to the ground and inhale, rising up. Take arms wide. Scoop in good air. 10 fingers high. Hands come to Samastiti, heart center. Breath in, breath out. Take a moment here to appreciate where you are at on your mat today. Back. Belly as tight as you reach 10 fingers high. Exhale, we cactus. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, take 10 fingers high. And exhale, find a forward fold, flat back. We hinge at the hips. Find a halfway lift, flat back. Long neck spine here, long back spine. And exhale, 10 fingers down to the ground. Stepping back, we'll find a plank. Holding belly tight in. Protract shoulders. Draw your chin back just a little bit. Keeping it soft though, maybe bobble head to make sure that you're not cranking your neck back. From here, bringing weight forward into fingertips. Making your way all the way down to the mat. Peeling chest off, find your baby cobra. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Long spine here. Belly is tight for support. Push the tops of your toes into the ground. Claw your fingertips in the mat to pull your heart forward just a little bit more. Breath in. Come all the way down to the ground. Push up, find your plank. Maybe hold your plank. Maybe you've glided into down dog already. You're flowing with me. I'll find downward facing dog. Watch your feet. Breath in. Breath out. Take your right leg high. Take it high as you would like to take it. I'm taking it just a little bit high here, squeezing my left glute for activation. Maybe you flipped it over already. You're flowing with me. We could take that up and over. Swirl your ankle. Take right leg high, breath in, exhale. Maybe a right knee to right elbow this morning. Wake up your abs a little bit more. And taking right leg high, finding a lizard lunge. Right foot to the outside of right hand. Right arm comes high, opening up to the side. If it feels good in this morning to find a quadricep stretch, go ahead and do so. Breath in and out. Inhale. And exhale, sink your hips back. Finding a half split, blocks to assist. Heading right foot forward. And a figure eight of your right ankle. The foot end of the mat, find your modified side plank. And I'm going to go for a stretch this early morning. Right arm just rainbows up and over, pushing side body toward the ceiling. Maybe even a cactus here. Maybe a thread the needle. When you're ready, you can stay here if you'd like, or perhaps you go into a plank for just a little bit extra moment here. Weight comes into fingertips, come halfway or all the way down. Inhale, then open your heart. And on exhale, belly tight as we find a downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Taking your left leg high, as high as you'd like to take it. You're working on your glutes this morning. Squeeze your right glute and lift your left leg high. And then maybe taking it up and over. So just range of motion. And on exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, taking left leg high. Exhale, let's all step it forward. Find a lizard lunge. Left foot to the outside of left hand, right knee down to the ground. And opening up to the side, finding what you need in this pose. Maybe grabbing onto your right foot. Breath in and exhale. Float your right foot down to the ground. Sink back, finding your half splits. Blocks maybe come with you. Finding a figure eight of your left foot. Breath in. Breath out. Right hip over right knee, right hand under right shoulder. Swooping foot to the foot under the mat. Find your side plank here. And maybe starting out with a stretch as opposed to an activation this morning. Breath in. Exhale, take 10 fingers down to the ground. Move through your flow. Find your plank here. Open your heart. And then we find downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Gaze forward on your mat. Transition there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Stay in your fold for a moment, maybe blocks to assess, pedaling out your feet. Rising up, find your exalted mountain. Find Samasthi, hands to heart center. Finding chair pose. Tuck tail, settling in. Find some depth in this. We won't be here for very long. So maybe finding some work here, lifting your arms high, sitting deep, 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 deep. Breath in. And on exhale, find a forward fold. Half lift. Plant hands, stepping back, find your plank. Move through whatever flow you would like to take today. And we land in downward facing dog. Few moments here. Breath out, taking right leg high. Opening to the side if you would like. Right leg high, option to take right knee, right elbow, holding it right there. Inhale, take a right leg high. Exhale, we step it forward, find a lunge. Blocks to assist here to really push left ball of foot into the ground, long neck spine here. Now, staying low in this, low controlled, rising up. Find your crescent. Belly is tight for a flat back. Bending your back knee, pull back on your right hip. Breath in, exhale, we sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, reach fingers higher. Exhale, opening up, find your warrior two. Gazing out over right fingertips, deep bend in your right knee. And transitioning with a reverse warrior, right arm high, just one breath. Exhale, side angle pose, right elbow to right knee, left arm is high. Now set this up here. We'll be here for a few breaths. Breath in and breath out. Rising up, find star pose. Use your abdominals to pull yourself high. Star pose arms, let's say, straightening out your leg. Exhale, arms wide, finding triangle arms, and take your time getting into it. Gazing down at your right fingertips, maybe up at your left hand. Tuck tail under, reaching left fingertips high. A gaze down at your right hand. I think I said that, or up at your left. Now, from here, a slow, controlled transition into star pose. Breath in, arms high, arms wide. Exhale, open your heart. Breath in, we'll find a straddle forward fold. Now, if you're here this morning because you really want to find activation, option to come into your horse's pose. Horse's pose with elbow to knee, finding twists left or right. But if you need openness in your hip, you're flowing with me to a forward fold. From here, walking your hands, lizard lunge inside of right foot, toe heel right foot out to the side. Lizard lunge, finding what you need, pull back on your right hip. If you'd like to go right ahead and work with flying your lizard, go right ahead. You will transition into your plank to down dog any way that you'd like. So we did lizard lunge into a half splits, into a side plank. Great. If you'd like to toe heel your right foot out to the side, Take your right knee to your right triceps, finding a lizard plank. That's a great way to do it. Stepping back into side plank. And from here, 10 fingers down to the ground, moving through your flow. In your heart. And with tight bellies, we find down dog. Breath in. And breath out. It is feisty out there, friends. Inhale, take a left leg high. Opening to the side. Left leg high. Option taking left knee, left elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, let's step it forward. Find a lunge here. Relax to set it up. Pushing all of right foot into the ground. Pulling back on your left hip. Core control rising up. Find your star pose. Breath in, exhale, we sink deeper. Inhale. Exhale, opening out. Find your warrior two, gazing out over left fingertips. Finding a reverse. Left arm is high. And we find side angle pose. Left elbow to left knee, right arm comes high. And I think the pose that I'm looking for here is a reverse triangle. Left arm is high, straightening out left leg. And then going into a triangle pose, reaching left arm forward. And we tilt torso, reaching right arm high. Rising up, find your star pose. Use your side body muscles. And exhale, straddle forward fold, coming all the way down to the ground. If you prefer a horse, go ahead and find that. Let your head hang here. Walk your hands to lizard, 10 fingers to the inside of your left foot. Finding your activation if you'd like. And then from here, transitioning into maybe a modified side plank, maybe a full side plank. And take 10 fingers down to the ground, move through your flow, open your heart. And we find downward facing dog. Face forward on your mat. Transition there. Inhale, half a lift, flat back. Exhale, hold. Inhale, rising up. Find your exalted mountain. Let me find Samastiti. So, wonderful place might be to spend extra time in pigeon today. If you'd like to, you can go ahead and find that. Otherwise, I think we can do this. One breath to one movement, 10 fingers high. Exhale, we cactus. Inhale, exalted mountain. And exhale, fold. Going to find a deep chair pose, sinking into this, arms high, 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 high. How low can you go? Breath in. And exhale, find a forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, step back, finding your plank. Option to skip, option to flow through. We meet in downward facing dog. Deep breath. And taking right leg all the way high, opening up to the side. Staying right here if you'd like. Otherwise, right knee, right elbow. Then inhale, right leg high. Exhale, stepping forward, find your lunge. Inhale, rising up, find crescent. Exhale, sinking into this. Find your crescent, pull back on right hip. Inhale. Exhale, find warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. We'll be here for a full extra breath. Option for a bind. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rising up, find your star pose. Sorry. Uh, reverse triangle. Exhale, find triangle pose. Inhale, finding star pose. Exhale, finding forward fold, straddle forward fold. Walk your hands forward, finding your lizard lunge. Breath in. Exhale. If you'd like to fly or bind your lizard, feel free. From here, transitioning modified or full side plank. 10 fingers down to the ground, moving through your flow. Open your heart. We find downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Left leg comes high. We open to the side. Left leg comes high. And exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, take left leg high. Exhale, stepping forward, find your lunge. Inhale, rising up, find crescent. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, crescent. And exhale, find warrior two. Inhale, find a reverse. Exhale, side angle pose. Option to find a bind here. Breath in and breath out. Finding a reverse triangle, straightening left leg, left arm comes high. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, star pose, core control, bringing torso high. Exhale, straddle forward fold. When you're ready, walking hands front of mat, find your lizard lunge. Option, like I said, to bind your lizard, fly your lizard, activate your lizard, sink your lizard deep. You might be ready to be done. From here, options for a lizard plank. Moving into a side plank, modified side plank. Take 10 fingers down to the ground, moving through your flow with your heart. And we find downward facing dog. Deep breath in. One out. Eases forward on your mat. Transition there. Toe heel your feet wider. Exhale, straddle forward fold. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Take your right hand to your left foot. Left arm opens up to the side. And take your left hand to your right foot. Right arm opens up to the side. I was inspired by the wind this morning, I think. I just whipped through some yoga there. Lots of one breath to one movement. Thank you, wind. From here, staying in that, or perhaps coming into your seated or your squat, yogi squat, malasana. Hands to heart. Moving very quickly into our shavasana. Now, you are able to do this as you would like. You can stretch out final poses. If you're flowing with me, take your hips high, toe heel your feet in, and come into a crouch and curl, coming up on tippy toes, chin in, gaze and look left, gaze and look right. Just to remember we have a core. Rolling into boat pose for just a hot second here before taking legs long. Hands to your sides, Dandasana. Draw your chin back, squeeze shoulder blades together, squeeze your buns, push your heels in, active feet. Walk your hands forward. Breath in, and then on exhale, let that go. Go right into your seated forward fold, allowing yourself to sink into this. Gaze and look at your left armpit and your right armpit. Coming back center, bring your right foot to the outside of your left knee, right arm comes high, planting it down, left elbow to the outside of right knee, towel spine, and we twist. Gaze and look at your right armpit. This is my hip stretch for the day. If there's more depth that you want to find, you are welcome to come down on the ground or find your pigeon. I find that on the other side. Spine, we twist. From here, a slow control all the way down onto your back. One knee into your chest. Let the other knee follow. And from here, finding your happy baby. Final adductor stretching, final hamstring stretching, finding what you need. Final connection with the ground, a great place to spend another 8 minutes. You are ready to end your practice. Take one leg into Shavasana, then let the other leg follow. Let your eyes float shut and just settle in. And breath out. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. Have a beautiful, a joy filled day and don't go away. Namaste.